So, I got bored, so I decided to just do a live stream just for the heck of it. Nothing in particular to talk about, just boredom. Got one watching. Hey, Chen. Mr. Bored. Yep, that'd be me. But I got to get some rubber bands to put my hair in a ponytail or something. It's starting to bug me. Look like the Dutch boy in the behind. Remember the Dutch paint boy? Hi, John. What's going on? Anything? Oh, Stephen. Devil Travels? Yeah, I know. But it was even worse with just me sitting here staring at the computer. So I decided let's just do a live stream just for the heck of it. Yeah, well, sorry about that, Shin. Oh, good. Good for you. I was watching Blacktop Boondocker today making his own brew. That's interesting. Yeah, Rampam does that. He takes rocks and makes jewelry out of them. And he makes a design, and cuts them out and all that stuff. And then his wife puts them together. Guess they do pretty good on eBay. Yeah, I hope so. John, I'm planning on going out, that's for sure. I'm hoping that I can, find a place that's pretty isolated. Hey, Rip. What's going on, man? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I hear you. Uh-huh. She thinks I'm talking to her. And like I keep saying, John, it is, last year there's a bunch of people up there, but a big part of the forest, Sitgrace National Forest, was closed, so that's about the only spot that was open. Oh, in that area. So I'm hoping that they'll disperse this year. Year before last, there was hardly anybody up there. I'd never seen anybody. Just, a bunch of ATVs going up and down the road, but everybody stayed away from everyone. Hey, are you talking to the other kitties? No, just leave me alone. I'm eating now. Don't you wonder what they're saying, John? Yeah, they were. There were a couple of rude ones. That last one there, that where I had spent some time up there, just after Alan left. They come in there with all of their big fifth wheels and big travel trailers and all that. Oh, I didn't mean to run you off. Oh, BS. Yes, you did. You came in there on purpose to run me off. Not as dumb as I look, Oh, well, home is where you park it. It says home is where you park it, Shin. Yeah, I don't doubt that, Stephen. I really don't. Now I guess Little House on the Road, what's his name, Rob? He was talking about a bunch of campsites in the east there are closing permanently because of the riffraff, and because of the trash and all that. So, well, that's what happens though when you get into public campgrounds, rather than dispersed camping. There's all kinds of things I thought about doing, but I value my life too, It was suggested that I put skunk pellets under their trailers and, all that stuff. I was going to put my hat on backwards and roll my sleeves up and, walk around circles around a campfire and chant in a foreign tongue. But, that would scare anybody off, though. I'm telling you, Rip, that would definitely scare them all off. But yeah, you're right. There were some rude ones up there this past summer. They're saying right now, though, there's a lot of flooded out areas from the snow melt. They had 39 inches up there where I usually go to the normal hunts, and that was a record breaker for a very, very long time. I think they said it's never been that deep before in that area, but in history that they've been paying attention to. So yeah, that's going to be pretty muddied, I'm sure. Now I was out there for a little while today. I didn't film anything though, Larry. Not doing a whole lot with that, but I will. Spent most of the time trying to clean it up. I let the clay dry in the splash pan and all that. So I'm trying to reclaim some of that clay and doing stuff like that. And hi, Larry, how you doing? What? Yeah. No. I don't want to. No, I don't want to pick you up. No. No. No, don't blink at me. She's blinking at me. Come on. Come on. Now, you want me to pick you up? Yeah, come around this way. Come around this way. Okay, fine. Yeah, now you do when I turn around to pick you up. Come on. Oh, let's get up here and say hi. Say hi to everybody. Tell them hi. Get your claws out already. Ow. Hi. Tell them hi. Tell them hi. She looks disgusted. Are you disgusted? You are? Why? Oh man, a look could kill. Woo! Yeah. Be a good kitty. You a good kitty cat? Yeah. You're all kind of slouched down tonight. You usually stand up straight. What's up with that? Okay, down you go. Ah. Yep. What'd you do with your treats? What'd you do with them? Well, what'd you do with them? There they are. Sorry about that, peeps. She gets up on the counter, you know, tries to get into bags sometimes. There you go. Okay. No, I haven't heard a thing about Alan. Larry, I give up. He's not, I don't know what the deal is with him. He's not communicating at all. So it was twice he's told me that he'd call, he'd send me an email to let me know what his status is, but yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, sometimes we'll get some music players up there too, Stephen, but you know, 95% of them, you know, as soon as it gets dark, they shut all that stuff off and start their fires, you know, and sit around a campfire. Most of them are pretty quiet. You can see a campfire off in the distance, you know, and that sort of stuff. But last year it was just crowded, you know. Yeah, that's right, Chen. They don't. They just, you know, they think of themselves and that's it, you know. And like I said, that one guy says, well, I didn't mean to run you off. Yeah, okay. 900 and something thousand, or yeah, 900 and something thousand acres in that, in the Sitgraves National Forest, and that was the only flat spot they could find. Right. Sure. I've had some people come up, knock on the door, wanting to know if I'm okay, you know. Haven't seen you moving around much, but so I thought I'd stop, see if you're all right. And I usually turn, you know, to keep my right side away from the door, but, you know, if they stay too long, I'll turn so that my right side shows exactly what's on my side there. And I'll usually back off and leave after that. Yeah, that's right, Chen. I thought about, you know, doubling back in a couple hours or so and see who took over my spot, but I didn't. I just kept going. I was pretty frustrated at that point anyway. Makes me nervous when they come into camp like that, you know. Just drive right into camp, park right next to your door, and knock on the door. It makes me nervous when they do that. It's one thing to park just a little outside the camp and walk in, you know, slowly. Most of the time, if you haven't seen me moving around, it's because you're not out there, you know, early in the morning when out there drinking coffee around the fire, you know. I'll come out now and then, but I'll go for a walk. I don't just stand around out in the, you know, by the camper. Yeah. That was a good one, Chin. Whoops. That's right. I'd be hollering yeehaw too, I guess. One of those very off-colored jokes, guys. He sent me that we can't repeat. Hello, Danny. But it just bothers me, Stephen. When people come driving right in, like like I said, if they want to, kind of park right, outside the camp or something and walk in slowly, and that kind of stuff. That's one thing, But to come just driving right up to my door. It's not that I'm paranoid. I'm just not stupid, Oh, hello, stranger. Come on in. Have a sit. No. Come on in. Sit right down at my table. That's not going to happen. I had one guy a few years ago come in on his ATV, drive right up to the campfire. We were sitting out there. There was two of us, and sitting out there, he driving up. He wanted to know where the big shindig was for all the ATVs. If we'd heard anything about it, no, hadn't heard anything about that kind of stuff. And then he kept driving up and down the road looking. So. Yeah, if you want to come in, and keep your hands out where I can see them, and and holler, hello, okay to come in. That's different. Either very brave or stupid. That's exactly why some of the guys are talking about, going to public campgrounds, and they're talking about how people come in, and sit at their picnic table and, and that sort of stuff. And a lot of people milling around, walking through your camp, and kids running around. That's exactly why I go to great lengths to find some place where I don't see all that. Like I always say, guys, it's not that I don't like people. I just like them better when I can't see them. Yeah, that's right, Larry. Even up in Payson, they roll the sidewalks up at just after dark up there. But Walmart is a pretty popular place for young people to come in and hang out. The store's open 24 hours, and they still come in and hang out there, running around in their cars and stuff, and making a bunch of noise. If I have to stay, I go in and just sleep for 2 or 3 hours, and then get up and go again. Or, try to sleep for 2 or 3 hours and get up and go. Might run in to get, some supplies or something. That's in the Coconino County. I won't stay there. I don't stay in Coconino County at all. I should have been born a cowboy, Chin. Born too late. Yeah, that's right, Chin. It just, it's all that fresh air. They just go nuts. Can't handle it. Yeah, that's true, Denny. Get out the camera and do some time lapse and that sort of stuff for the stars, you know. Hard to do when people are running all over the place and making a bunch of noise and lights shining. And some people go to, move into their toddler stage, I guess, when they get out of their sticks and bricks and come up to the mountains, revert back to their toddler days. But I've got an attitude tonight, don't I? It's all you guys' fault. That's it. It's not mine. Yeah, it's the way I was brought up. I spent a lot of time in the forest and mountains and that sort of stuff when I was growing up. At 16, 17 years old, I was out camping. So I kind of learned that you just got to be courteous. Just respect other people's area. And it's just it was a way of life. That's the way you did things then. I'm not anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've got an attitude tonight, Shin, for some reason. I don't know what it is. Yeah, no. They went to Payson today for granddaughter. Well, their granddaughter had a science fair up there. She won second prize for the county, so they went up there to take her up and pick up her trophy, and all that stuff. So, they didn't get back till just a little while ago, and they went right straight to bed after that. They were whooped out. So I'm on my own tonight. That's probably what it is, Stephen. Got cabin fever. Got to get out of here. That's right. Yep. That's all she wanted, just to get up and look at the people, in the chat and say hi and get her treat, and now she's laying down. I'm sleeping? Yeah. I guess she thinks I'm talking to her. So this year I might try some different places. There's on that road that I go to, if you keep going further back, it starts getting a little narrow. The road gets a little narrower, and the trees get thicker. So we'll see. But I have to have some open area, sky open area for the solar. I try not to run the generator. My favorite spot has got good sun, starting at about 10 o'clock till about 4. in the afternoon, and it's got good direct sunlight at that point in the summertime. So that's a good spot, and it's fairly isolated. Oh man, Larry, that's too bad. Take care, man. Get you some aspirin or ibuprofen, put them legs up and relax. I did my share of falling on the ice. It's no fun. And Red Skelton says it's not the fall that was funny. It was what happens immediately afterwards when you're trying to get up. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's a sudden stop. That's it. So are you going to make your way up this way, Stephen? Devil Travels, you're going to make your way up to Arizona this year? I know you're down there in Texas. Last year I really wanted to do some Utah and some Wyoming, but the longer I thought about it, I was a little bit afraid of my truck. It's an 1981, and it's way over 200,000 miles on it, so it's a half ton, and that camper's pretty heavy, so I probably shouldn't get too far away from the house, I guess, from the home base. And there's a lot of places to camp up there, though, where I can, up in northern Arizona mountains, so I'm sure I can find some other places to go. I haven't seen him, Chin. He was talking about buying some property or a house or something over there in Sholo, which is in the northern Arizona area. But then he quit talking about it, so I don't know. You have to have a pretty good wind on those, Stephen, for them to do any good. Well, if next winter is like it's been this winter, it's not going to be a good idea. Okay, Danny, I'll be here for a little while. Usually try to do an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. So come on back if jump right in there if you're still around. I haven't seen Jimmy for a little while. He did a video not too long ago, a week and a half or so, 2 weeks. But yeah, that was it. Well, that might be fun. Stephen, having sister around. Older or younger? I think he had a fifth wheel for a while, didn't he? A few years ago, I think he had a fifth wheel. What did you trade that off or sell it or something? Get a truck camper? Yeah, that's where they do come in handy. Is at night, with no sun and you got some wind. Last year, I guess it started to rain. It rained about 3 or 4 days in a row, and the rest of the time for a couple of weeks it was just real cloudy during the monsoon. So I had to I run the generator a lot then. Hi, Carol. How's hike with me? Well, you're going to have to get her on the camera then, Stephen. Where are you at now, Carol? I guess she's Kat's got her tongue this tonight. She's not saying too much. Either that or she's writing a novel. She must have locked up or something because we dropped like three viewers all of a sudden. Yeah, I didn't expect to be too busy tonight, and a surprise live stream like that, nobody's expecting it. I try to think of, do regular videos during the week, but there's just, nothing going on, so, it'd just be a boring video. Yeah, that's. I remember you talking about that a couple of weeks ago, Chen. It's kind of an antiquated system here in this little town. So if we get some bad weather, their speeds drop and they start having outages and all kinds of weird stuff. So far it's been so good. It's been okay though. I like have a cat around. I prefer the cat over the dog. Actually, It's not that I don't like dogs. It's just, cats are better for RVs. I don't have to get out, and take them for a walk, and all that stuff. Lily's a pretty good watch cat. She lets me know when there's something going on. Her ears go back and she'll growl and, stuff like that. She's pretty quiet. Somebody come in like that, they don't hear her. So. I'm not sure if he does or not now. Yeah, I think he did. I think he does still have one, but it's just changed a lot. He didn't do anything with it for a long time. So I don't think he had very many views the last time I saw one. I start my live stream at just about the time he's, about ready to go eat dinner. So, he's getting his Mexican food or his tacos or something that he always gets. So. There's a pretty good restaurant here, Mexican food restaurant. Mom and pop deal, little hole in the wall place, but they're fairly cheap. I like the lettuce with my enchiladas, and I always have to ask for extra because they don't put very much on it, which is, a lot of Mexican food restaurants load your plate up with the lettuce, so it looks like you're getting a whole lot than more than you really are. Yeah, Lily does not go outside. I won't let her go out at all. They say if you don't let them go out when they're little, they don't have any desire to go out when they get older. So she'll sit in the window and watch the other cats, but she doesn't, she has no desire to go out. She did get out one time. She was gone about 6 hours, I guess. I left the door open for her all night. And the next morning, she was sitting on the floor, looking at me like, oh man, I ain't gonna do that again. No thanks, Jen. Nope. No alligator meat for me, thank you. Does it taste like chicken? Needs garlic. I was telling you guys a couple of weeks ago, I guess, about a Cajun man that I met over there in Lafayette one time. And we were laid over there and getting some work done on a truck, and we spent a couple of days on his houseboat. But he didn't eat anything weird, it was always, normal food. Bacon and eggs for breakfast, and hamburgers and stuff like that. I hope they were hamburgers. They were good. Now they say rattlesnake tastes like chicken too, but I'm not going to try that either. I think people just say that it tastes like chicken or it tastes like pork. I think they just say that. I'll bet it don't. I don't like venison either. Too gamey for me. I'm just a sissy, I guess. I gotta have my beefsteaks, you know. The only thing that I do catch in the wild is fish, and boy, I'll eat that. Especially rainbow trout, you know, and some bass. Love the trout. Love the rainbow trout. And a place in Utah, it's called the Rainbow Cafe in Richfield, Utah. They have some, well, that's their specialty is a rainbow trout. Yeah, I agree, Sam. Boy, you got that right. Yeah, to each his own, Chin. Lemon and tartar sauce, you know, on the sides. Oh, yeah, good stuff for me. I'll tell you something else that stinks really bad too, but it's sure as good is cabbage. I love cooked cabbage. Yep, catfish is good. If they know how to cook it right, it's really good. Those southern guys, they know how to cook catfish. Yeah, I understand, Chin. Get it in a package from Walmart, right? Now, to me, there's just nothing like a fresh caught fish. You know, catch it, clean it, and fry it up. I like it a little bit firm and not mushy. But I don't think it stinks myself. I think it smells really good. That and some kielbasa sausage in it with garlic and salt and pepper. Now, coleslaw is made out of cabbage, that's true, but it sure don't taste like cabbage. Did you guys ever eat any kimchi? It's called kimchi. It's an Oriental dish. I get in South Korea. They make a lot of it in South Korea. It's just fermented cabbage. It's very, very spicy and very hot. But it's sure is good. To me, it's good. I understand your drift, Stephen. And that's the only time when I eat cabbage like that. And sauerkraut. It's the only time that Lily doesn't want to be around me. Hey, Thunder. Boy, it has been a long time. Where you been? Yeah, we're in the Midland. Better than nothing, Thunder. How are you? What have you been up to? Yeah, all that spicy stuff, boy, that's what I like to eat. Oh, I hope everything's okay, Thunder. You're dealing with it, are you? When there used to be a gal that would bowl with us on our bowling league night, and every now and then she'd come in with with a bunch of jars of it and give it away. Some of it was pretty old, that they'll do that and then bury it and leave it, for a few years. That's how they make it. Boy, it sure is good. Everybody sit around, with it's very sour too as well, so and everybody sitting around with watery eyes, I hope it's not a health issue, Thunder. I hadn't seen you for so long. I thought maybe you found something else to do, so I kind of figured you were gone. But boy, it's good to see you anyway. Okay, well that's good then. That was the thing about the bowling alleys too. Somebody was always, making something good. End of league season, they'd have a big party. Everybody bring in their own dishes and that. There's some good stuff, man. Smoked salmon and the kimchi, and homemade tamales and all that good stuff, boy. Oh, my condolences, Thunder. That's hard. That's one of the hardest things to do. You're very welcome, Thunder. Oh, she's fine. Thunder, I just had her up here a few minutes ago. You want to come back up? Thunder's here. Yeah. Come on up here. You want to... Thunder wants to say hi. Come on. You remember Thunder. Sure you remember Thunder. Yeah. Okay. Tell him hi. Say hi, Thunder. Yeah. Hi. You being a silly girl? You being a silly girl? Yeah. Are you leaning on me? Aw. I'm getting hugs, guys. Yeah. Hi. She's looking up at me, upside down. Do you think you're going to get another treat? Hmm? Is that what you think? No. No. Okay. Oops. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Down. Ow. You always have to get me right on that right leg every time, don't you? You want a treat? Yep. Just a little one. Just a little one, okay? Yeah. There you go. She's going to be all wound up now. I'll probably get trampled tonight sometime. Yeah, and she knows it, Chin. Tell her, no, you ain't going to get another one, and she knows better. Yeah, that's exactly it, Thunder. She knows that. As soon as her feet, her paws hit the floor, she starts meowing. And, get the blinks, and all that stuff. And, she knows. And she has to, pay her dues for the treats. Isn't that right? Yeah? Is it right? She's licking her chops. Yeah, I remember that, Chin. We were was it one of your lives? I don't remember now, where your cat jumped over your shoulder and onto your table, and that was pretty funny. Let's see, what is it? I think it's about 60 or so at the moment. Let me look. Yeah, 64 right now. Going to be about 40 tonight. So it'd be nice for the next couple of days, and then it's going to turn cold again. You get down in the lower 30s at night. Yeah, that's what she was saying, Thunder. But, she doesn't have to say anything. All she does is put her rear claws out. That's, it's time to get down then. That's when she says, I want down. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Scooter. She's getting a bath now. Lily's got to where she'll sleep on my feet now. She used to sleep up, near my head, near my back or something, but now she just lays there by my feet, so that's a good thing. She's not in my face. But yeah, Sam, we've had some pretty nice days. We had that big snow thing. We got like 2 or 3 inches, 4 inches, I guess, of snow. That was a big snow for us. So, and then since then, it's been pretty nice in the mid 70s or so during the day, 50 at night. But we're still in the wintertime here, so it's still at 3,500 feet. So, we still got a few more weeks or so, I guess, of cold weather. Yeah. Yeah, she's protecting my circulation all right. She don't want me putting my arms around her and holding her either. That's what happens when she gets up there in my chest. Yeah, I haven't even checked too much on Tucson weather or Phoenix, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I moved out of there a long time ago, and I never looked back. I didn't realize how bad I hated it there. Yeah, it gets pretty humid in Tucson, Thunder. Not this time of year, but July and August, it's pretty humid for us. Tucson gets more rain than Phoenix does. Here we get a lot of thunder and lightning, but not a lot of rain in this area. And pollution from the copper mines, I think, keeps a lot of that stuff away. And like I said before, you wash your windows at night, in your vehicle, and you get up in the morning, you got a crusty, almost like a sand on your windows. Dried, crusty stuff. Everybody goes around coughing and hacking. They got a lot of lung problems here. Speaking of thunder and lightning, last summer, boy, there was some big thunderstorms, lightning storms up there. Thankfully, there was no fires that were, big fires. There's a few little ones that were started by the lightning, but boy, they were close and very, very loud. The crack, that kind that crack and then boom, and your inside shake. Oh, there's a bunch of them here, Thunder. There's a big one, La Carso or something like that is there in Kearney, in that area, and that's a great big one there. And then there's two operating ones here in my area, and they're operating most of the time. Yeah, that was I was being facetious, Thunder. EPA cracked down on them a few years ago. They used to turn the air copper color. The pollution was so bad, and so now the EPA says, well, you can't do that, and made them change all their stacks, and all kinds of different mining operations, and they're pollution free except for what they leave at night. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Jen. What's the name of that? La Carso or something like that? Lizardo? It's a huge copper mine down there. Yeah, Thunder, I know what you mean. They do that here. The job situations, you either work for the mines and make big money, or you work fast food or Walmart. That's about all there is, really. And so there's a lot of abandoned houses. People lose their houses and all that, and You know, and then they're stripped within weeks. People come in and strip them in the middle of the night, take all the copper and anything they can get out of them. Yeah, we live within about a quarter of a mile of a big rod plant, Chin. That's what they make is the big copper reels. You've got trains in and out of here all the time. They call it the rod plant, but that's what they make. Uh-huh. That's karma, Thunder. I mean, it's not funny they get electrocuted, but you know that's what you get. You know, too stupid to turn the electric off. What? What do you want? Hey, what do you want? Well, go lay down somewhere. You've had 2 treats. Yeah? You should go lay down now. Go up there and jump into bed. Now, what? She looks at me like, what? Me? Go to bed? Now she's got a whole bowl full of food down there. She's not hungry. No. She's just doing a lot of talking tonight. Okay, there she goes. She's headed off to bed now. Well, I spoke too soon. I did a drone flight here when I first got my drone. You can see the mines. We're pretty close to them. They won't let us get near them, but you can see the mines right down the street. You can't see the mine itself, but you can see the towers, you know, in the building and that sort of stuff. But on Google, if you go to Google, what's the name of that, where you can, that Google satellite thing, search in the Globe Miami area in Arizona, you can see aerial views of the mines. Now she wants something. Yeah. What do you want? Is your ear scratched? Yeah. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Go away. Google Earth, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, I always wanted to do a videos. Yeah, I contact them every now and then to see if they'll let me in with a camera, you know. But, yeah, no cameras, of course. You can't have cameras around them at all. They can't stop you from, you know, shooting video from a distance. But I'd really like to take a camera in there sometime. That'd be an interesting video. I don't know. Chin. You remember the time before last I tried to take her camping, and she wasn't having that. Hissing and growling and smacking at me, and I just left her at home. And boy, when I got back, she was sure telling me off. She meowed for hours after that, rubbing all over me, and that till she got a sore throat. She's just squeaking instead of meowing. She might want to get out though, get out there, and she like to sit up in the bed, you know, and look out the windows and that. So she lay around, turn her head upside down, be silly in the camper. Yeah, typical female, Thunder. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that, but that's okay. Yeah, hi, brother Mike. I know what she was saying. Say, don't you ever leave me like that again. Terrell, you know, the ex came over every day and fed her, and give her treats and pet her and all that, but that just wasn't good enough, so. Hey, John. You inspired me to start a live stream tonight, just for the heck of it. I was telling everybody I was watching you make your beer tonight. That was good. Or today. Brewing your beer. That was one of the things I wanted to ask you was you know, if you're selling it, if you had your licenses and that to sell your home brew, that and the wine. You answered that question though. Yeah, that's what I meant, Thunder. My favorite thing to say, you know, you probably heard me say it before too, is, you know, why aren't you married, John? Well, because I have enough nightmares on my own. I don't want to wake up with one. That's okay. That's all right. Sometimes, you know, the phone says something that you didn't say, though. So, you know, we're aware of that. Yeah, you're probably right, I guess, John. Doesn't Rosie distill her own whiskey, and then doesn't she sell some of it or something? I think she has a license to make her moonshine, doesn't she? Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to say, Thunder. Thunder, there's been some things started too. You know, the ex living right next door. Actually, I live in their driveway, so but she's allowed me to do that as long as I keep gas in her broom. I don't know whether Rosie is or not. I see her roommate. What's her name? Missy Jen. I see her every now and then. I don't watch them anymore, but I see her. I see her videos every now and then. I'm sure they're still together. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know, John. She was just standing next to her still one day, and I just assumed. Yeah, Thunder. Alan was trying to get me to fix the motorhome up last summer, and start taking it out. So, but no, it's I think the motorhome's done. I let it sit too long. The tires are dry rot, and $200 a piece, and roof leaks a little bit. Just a whole lot of work I'd have to do to get it roadworthy again. So, just so I can get 6 miles per gallon. It's not worth it. So yeah, and just pay a little rent and have a place to park in the wintertime. She'll come on the intercom sometimes, Thunder, and want to know if I'm going to put gas in her broom this week. She wanted to know one time if I was going to fix her brakes. I said no, it was more fun to watch her run into stuff to stop. She didn't think it was funny, but I did. She's probably listening. Well, I don't know, John. If you have a fuel alcohol permit, well, I don't. Does it taste the same? Sneak a little swig every now and then. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she does. She thinks it's funny. She sent me a picture of two brooms in a parking space, and one of them was all broke, snapped in half and all that. And they were just laying there on the ground. She said that she won the fight for that parking spot. Yeah, I don't know, Chin. I know there's a chemical that they put in their mouth to keep from getting burned, though. Now, that's all I know about it. Wouldn't catch me doing that, that's for sure. I'm not sure, Thunder, about that. I know that people have died from it, though. You know, you don't make it right. You know, wood alcohol is deadly if you don't do it right. I mean, I don't know from experience, but, you know, that's what I've heard. Mom used to talk about it every now and then. She's from that era and in that area where they made a lot of moonshine. And, you know, you just go to the store and start buying a lot of corn. It started, you know, you become pretty visible by the powers, and, you know, so they'll start using wood, making wood alcohol. That stuff's dangerous. Use potatoes. Well, that's what you need. It's in his mouthful of melted dentures. Yo. I know in Russia there's a big thing about people making their own vodka too, and there's, you know, that's pretty dangerous. People dying from it. I had a cousin that he was a young man during the what do they call that, when they were trying to get rid of the alcohol, prohibition days. And he said they used to follow the trucks out to you know, they go raid a speakeasy, you know, where they served alcohol. It was against the law, you know, and 2 or 3 of them would put alcohol bottles in the truck, and then they'd sneak up and take the bottles out when they weren't looking. So I didn't hear anything about it, Thunder. I had a friend that spent some time in the Kentucky area that went to visit relatives or something. He came home with a jar of it, and he was standing between the counter and the wall, you know, the walk space between them, and he was standing there hanging on the counter and took a great big old swig of it and went down to his knees and immediately passed out. And that was pretty scary. I believe it, Mike. Right back. Make some ciggies. Yeah, that sure was thunder. Yeah, that was Chris. Yeah, that was Chris Diamond. He doesn't come around too much anymore. I got onto him for, you know, being just right on the line, just almost over the line. So, And then I think he's kind of busy nowadays anyway. He's living down there in Florida, so he does his one-man band thing, at places around. So I started getting notices from YouTube about innuendos and stuff like that. So, and now YouTube Insider videos are talking about how they're monitoring comments and that. So I guess we all got to just be careful what we say. Yeah, he was. Sometimes he'd even just cross it, blatantly cross it, Evelyn, his girlfriend, still comes around. She comes around on Mondays. They're probably not paying any attention tonight to YouTube, so otherwise I'm sure Evelyn would be here. Yeah. Yeah, they actually say that they're watching comments now. And then they're holding the creator's channel, the creator responsible for it. And there's a way to go into your main channel in preferences where you can set up, banned words and that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But, I think it's a little bit unfair. I can't be responsible for what some people say. All I can do is, tell them knock it off, Chen's pretty good. He's a moderator. He's pretty good about, getting onto him. So is Gavin. Gavin's got a really slow connection, so sometimes he misses it. He's not around tonight. I think he's got some weird hours there at the plant, so. In fact, Thunder, I think I lost some ladies in the chats because of that. And in fact, I thought that somehow that Chris had insulted you, and that's why you hadn't come around, or offended you, not insulted you, but offended you. Try to keep a family thing here, ex-wife's granddaughter's 9 years old, and she watches this live stream sometimes, so I try to keep it clean, family friendly. Yeah, Thunder, YouTube lost big time advertisers over that kind of stuff a year ago. Coca-Cola and, Ford and Chevrolet and that, they just, they lost their advertisers because of the things that were going on. They called it the apocalypse, and now they're calling it another apocalypse with the comments. So far this year, they just started it in the last couple of months. So far, I haven't hadn't had a problem with them. Rated G for good. Yeah. I'm no goody two shoes. I mean, I can cuss like a sailor, if I'm not watching it. And I've been close to it sometimes. In fact, if Blacktop Boondocker is still in there, John, he's heard me. We were talking about the old days in the Google live hangouts. Sometimes, boy, it would It get pretty bad. I'm hard to embarrass, but I come out of there red face sometimes. Yeah, yeah. He didn't mean it. He wasn't malicious about it at all, Thunder. He really wasn't. But he'd get mad at me if I say something to him about it. But when it comes to my channel, I hate to be like that. But what can I say? Yeah, that's right, Stephen. Lots of drama. That's what attracted users and that kind of stuff. Not so much drama anymore. And they get demonetized and then they lose their channel and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, some of them did, Chin. But now Google doesn't do their Hangouts anymore. You could still do it, but you got to pay big money for it. Business 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 something. Or you can still do a Hangout, but it's not a public thing. It's private now. But you still have to pay big money for it. Yeah, that's been a long time since we had a troll in here. I had to figure out how to do that. just kick him and block him if he keeps it up. Jeez. Just boot him. Well, that was fun. Raise the excitement just a little bit. And thank you, Chen. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, you were quicker than I was that time. Yeah. I used to do that when I was a kid too, you know. Yeah, and banning as well. Yeah, you're right, Jen. Did you find him, Thunder? I'm sure it's one of those fake channels, you know. I just... Yeah. Yeah. There you go, Chen. You want one of those? They're pretty good. Now she's standing here. She heard me shake the bag. Yeah. No, you've had two, and you can't have no more. Can't have no more. You're getting a big rear end now. Okay? You're welcome, Chen. But, you know, I'm not going to ask you to sit on my lap, though, okay? Yeah. I have an idea, Thunder, that Chen has claws as well, so yeah, I'm not... Yeah. He got kind of quiet. He's either, you know, he got embarrassed or oh, there he is. You guys remember the old lap dances at the bars? Where did that come from? Jeez. Sorry about that. In my younger days, I used to, you know, you paid a girl a couple of bucks and she'd come over and do a lap dance for you or table dance or something, you know. And there's a bunch of us, and I was pretty lit. And she was getting a little bit too close, and and I reached out and touched her. She said, "If you do that again, there's going to be trouble." And so I reached out and touched her again, and I kind of woke up in the parking lot. I just remember my back of my heels dragging on the floor on the way out the door. I never did go back into that same bar anymore either. Figured I'd better quit while I was ahead. That's right, Tin. Or Thunder, that's right. Well, I was pretty sore, too, for a week after that. Two of the biggest guys I ever saw, man. I lived dangerously back then, though, Now, you wouldn't even catch me in one of those bars anymore. Lily's not getting any more T words. No. Sorry. Sorry. She's looking at me like, well, why not? You're having a hard time jumping up into bed. That's why not. Hey, did anybody see Hike with me? I know she came in, but she hadn't said a word. Is she still in here, or did she go, or what happened? Does anybody know? You still with us, Hike with me? Yeah. Are you bored? Are you bored, Lily? Yeah, she's just looking at me now. She's got a treat high. Humans get sugar high. She gets a treat high. When she was little, I used to give her catnip, but she just never just had anything to do with much of that. She just didn't like it much. Well, I said hi to her, but I didn't see her say anything back. Okay. Okay, Chin. Wash your hands. I had to take over Chris's job for just a minute. Yeah, Thunder. Chris Diamond's chair sitting over there in the corner collecting dust. He's always in the corner all the time. Okay, I think that's just about it, guys. Running out of things to talk about. I have to go raid the fridge. Yeah, he'd get us all going sometimes, didn't he, Thunder? Yeah, Thunder. Coming up on 2 hours, so yeah, that's about all I can handle. But thank you. I'm going to try to have a good night, what's left of it. I hope to see you come in here more often. And my condolences again for you, Thunder. I hope you get all that straightened out and you know, try to start moving on and that kind of stuff. You know, I don't want to play mom or dad to you, but, you know, chin up, gal. Yeah, I do sometimes. Most of the time I just keep my mouth shut, Thunder, but, you know, if something happens to rub me the wrong way. Yeah, I understand, Thunder. You just have to go through a certain stage, you know, and then things start getting better. I lost my mom. It was devastating a few years ago, and you know, it was pretty sad there I was pretty sad for about a year, I guess. It took me about a year to get over it, and then, you know, finally it starts getting better. All right, I guess that's it. Yeah, you're right, Stephen. There's not a whole lot going on right now, so I'm just sitting around waiting for weather to break so I can get on out of here, you know, get on up there and start relaxing, start chasing the alien vehicles out of there, and, you know, Wilson and the family's getting pretty antsy. So, yeah, I understand that, Thunder. Like I said, my condolences to you. You know, I'd give you a big hug if I could reach you. Hi, good night, Brother Mike. Thank you. You do the same. Okay, Thunder. Okay, good night, all. I'm going to leave it up for just a little while like I always do. This camera and mic be shut off so you guys can chat if you want to or whatever. Chin's going to be mad. Said he'd be right back and we'll all be gone, so, you know. Oh well. Talk to you soon, guys.